morning. I hope y'all have a good morning on this remote learning Monday. I might call it Cyber Monday. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. Those of you in cyberspace today, you will have an assignment to work on that I worked with the students in class on Friday. And that assignment is going to be a little review of some of the elements of a story. So, every story has a couple different parts. If you think about it, you'll be able to see it pretty quickly. For instance, every single story has a setting, which is a time and a place that the story takes place. Every story has characters, and you know this, people in the stories. They can be animals, they can be plants or trees, they can be people. It depends on the story. A little bit deeper, with every story has a conflict, which is a problem that needs to be solved. For instance, in the story of the Bourne movies, if I want to go way back, y'all were babies when these came out, but there's a man who washes up on a ship and he has no memory of who he is. And so the conflict is he has to find out who he is. The plot is going to be the events that happen in the story. So going with our Bourne example, the man goes to land, discovers that he is very, very good at fighting and spy type things, and gradually finds out more about who he is. And there needs to be a resolution, and that is the thing that resolves the conflict. So in our Bourne example, after he finds out more about who he is, Bourne basically realizes that he was a super spy, super assassin, and he confronts the people who trained him and escapes so he can live a new anonymous life. So every story that we see, read, watch on TV has these different elements. So what I would like y'all to do today is I would like you to write kind of a draft of a story. I don't want you to write a story, but I want you to think about a setting where the story could take place. I want you to think about a couple of characters and tell me more about who they are. I want you to think about a conflict that could happen to the characters in the story. Give me like a summary of a plot, and then tell me how it's going to be resolved. For instance, for an example, I could set a story on Mars. It's always good to give some details, so I could talk about how Mars is a red planet. It's gusty, like a desert, full of canyons and mountains. Give you a plot. I could give you some characters. For instance, I could have Joe, who is the janitor on the spaceship. I could give you more details about Joe. For instance, I could say that he doesn't really like exploring, doesn't want to be here, and definitely does not want to leave the ship. I can give you the conflict, which is that Joe's crew goes missing on Mars and might die if someone doesn't help them. And then I could give you the plot, and the plot would be a series of events. Maybe Joe wrestles with what he should do, eventually leaves the ship. Has a couple of adventures, including meeting an alien dog, proving there is alien life, and eventually finds the crew. And in the resolution, Joe finds the crew, um, rescues them, learns that he really does like adventure. So this is kind of what I'm going for in these stories. So if you were with me in class on Friday, today is going to be a catch-up day for you. You focus on catching up in your other classes. Those of you who were not with me in class on Friday, you got some extra time because we didn't have the workup, so you got some catch-up time then. Today, I would like you to complete this activity. If you have any questions, as always, please email me, and I will have the Zooms up for our class periods as well. Y'all have a good day. Bye.